Hi, and welcome to Lesson 8 of the Encore Music Notation software tutorial. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about something that is not related to the notes that can appear on the score, but rather to the text that can appear at certain places on the page. So the options make this easy to do. If you come up here to where it says score, and then down to where it says text elements, that's how we can get to the common text that could appear on the page. You can see that there is a shortcut over here. It's Control Alt and H, and this shortcut allows you to get to the same thing as the score and text elements. So you can see that there is, on top of the window, there's the score title, which is the score that's going to have the main name of the piece that you're going to be playing. And there actually are 3 lines for this. So if you put just some random text in here, and different things, doesn't matter what we put, and we'll just say OK, and then you can see what happens. It puts that text at the top part of the score. So it's an easy way to get that information there. I'm going to go back to where it says score and text elements, and I'll just take that stuff out. We don't need it right now because I'll show you something else. You can select other options on this window, and so one says instructions, and so if I put just some random text there, you can see that then it will put this information over here on the upper left part of the score, and that's very useful again for putting other things there. Score, text elements, you can actually put other things there, the name of the composer, and again, there's several lines for that, so you could put composer and arranger, perhaps, something along those lines. And several lines, and then you can see it appears over there. Now, you may have noticed this in other scores in this tutorial series. There's a number 1 over here. Well, that is something that's called a heading, and that's also part of the score and text elements. And so this is a header. There's possibility of one or the other. Header 1, header 2. And there are special options for that you can see. And the special option that's displayed here is the number sign and the letter P. And what that's telling you is that it's going to put a page number right in that location. So you can have your pages numbered. They can appear either on the left, the center, or the right side of the page. And you can have it flip on odd and even pages. You can tell it to start on a certain page number in the score. And then you can also do something that's kind of interesting. You can set the offset for the page numbering. And what that would be is if you had more than one Encore file and you wanted to have the files connected to each other by page number. So you could say, for example, file 1 might contain pages 1 through 10, and then file 2 would contain pages 11 through whatever it would be. Well, then you could set the page offset here in this field to 10. And so in the second document, set it to 10, and then it would do the page numbering from that point on. So you can see that the number sign and P is there for the page number. If I get rid of that and I go back and look at the score, then you can see that it's not there anymore. Again, go back to text elements. You can do the same type of thing with a footer, so something that will appear at the bottom of the score, footer 1, footer 2, and then you can also do copyright information, and copyright information, there's quite a few lines for that, so whatever you would want to have appear at the bottom of the score, I'm just going to leave it like that for a while. We'll do that, and then we're going to look at the bottom of the score, and you can see that the copyright information appears there. Now, in this case, it actually appears on top of some of the score. You'd have to readjust the page parameters to make sure that that wasn't happening. But that does allow you for information you can put at the bottom of the score for page numbering or for copyright information. And then one other thing to mention is that on all of these things, all of these options, you can set the font. So if I wanted to come to the score title and have it be that and then set the font for that, and I could wait for the fonts to appear. Then if I say, okay, I'm going to make this top secret and it's going to be a size 24 and in bold, and that would be what I would do. And there we go. We have that font that's used for having the header, and you can do that with any one of the text elements that's there. So that's it. Just remember, you've got text elements, you've got quite a few options, and you can play around with them and see how each one of them will serve you. And I think they'll serve you well. And it's just, like I said, it's an easy way to get some text onto the screen. So that's it for this tutorial. If you want to look for more tutorials, you can look at my website, which is listed here. And if you want more information about Passport and Encore, you can contact Passport Software, and that's listed here also. So we'll see you in the next tutorial.